Okay. Hello, hello. It is 10:02 p.m. I got my water. Got my tea as well. It's the time of some late night chess. Welcome to Foxaloon, first in Twitch chat. Welcome to Frenzy Lee, who was here in YouTube chat before the stream began, along with Otto, Pepsi-Cola, Tim Heiser, Sheik Manzoor. Good morning to you. Maybe good evening to some people. Oh, I forgot to update the go live notification on Twitch. There's so many things to do before the stream. Yeah, the other day, was it yesterday? It was yesterday, right? I played the yearly Rapid Arena. It was also my partner anniversary on Twitch. Let's go. But today, I'm on chess.com. And I figured I'd do a stream. Where do I find my stats? Here we go. I'll do a stream to try and raise my rating. My current rating, it says 2806, but within the past 10 hours or so, I got a rating refund of 12 points. So I'm actually 2818. And my peak a few months ago was just over 2900, 2901. So I'm hoping today I can get closer to my peak. I don't know if realistically I'll be able to pass my peak today, but hopefully I'll be able to play some decent Blitz chess. I've been fluctuating a bit ever since I hit my peak. And yeah, I feel decently awake. Thank you, Frenzy Lee. Happy 43.
3,000 Elo, here we go.
Yeah, maybe this will be a speed run to 3,000. We shall see. So welcome to everyone tuning in. Let's play the first game of the stream. I think during games I'll try and be focused. Between games there will be more time to interact with chat. But I do hope everything looks and sounds okay. We have a topical line in the London. It's a Gambit line. I did this recently in Title Tuesday. Yeah, I want to go for a quick e5. Oh, did I mess up? I messed up. What am I doing? I just dropped a pawn. Maybe I wasn't supposed to play rook b1. Not the best start. I'm down 2 pawns. Can I try this? Knight c6 is coming. Yeah, really not a good start. Take. And we'll try this. I'll win back a pawn. Defend e5. Okay, I think my heart rate is working. Hopefully the heart is beating. 85. Take. Annoying move. Maybe I can fix my pawn structure if black takes, which they do. 93 is coming. Honestly, 93, we trade queen e2. Maybe it's okay. Not easy to castle though. I might have to play this at the right moment. Mm. Very bad situation. Okay, win back a pawn. Mm. Okay, tough starts. Tough starts. Definitely some lessons to take away there. I think I just like had a mental lapse in the opening. I played rook b1 when I should just play e5 first, not losing d5. And this would actually be really, really nice for white. Take, take, and then later rook b1. It's still a fight, but yeah, it would have been nice to keep my pawn on d5. And then, yeah, I was struggling most of the game there. I don't know if I ever really fought back fully. Maybe after the queen trade, though. That's still tough. Yeah, around here I thought I'm getting counterplay, but then c2's weak. What to do? GG. 2809. Not the best start, but it happens. Again, welcome to everyone tuning in. There's a question, are you taking opening suggestions? Probably not so much for this stream. Unless there's suggestions for my like main openings. I'm gonna play a lot of London with white, maybe some Jobava London as black, mainly QGD and Sicilian. But of course, it depends what my opponent plays as well. Yeah, I will probably stick with my Accelerated Dragon Rapidor for black if my opponent plays Open Sicilian. Was queen trade the right move? Yeah, for black, it's the best move here. Actually, yeah, if black doesn't take my queen and takes the knight, I have queen d7, which I was hopeful for a moment, but yeah, it didn't quite work out. Okay. Try and rebound. Try not to blunder in the opening. Okay, playing Void of. Have the barman variation. It's one of my pet lines these days. Decent weapon for Blitz. Rook c1, I think still g5. There's a game between Kasparov and Nepo. Went into some similar line. Oh. Bishop d3 is coming. I blunder. Oh no. Actually, king e7, check, king d6. For some reason I thought I had bishop g6, but I don't. What's happening here? My king is forced to bong cloud. But does white have a move here? Maybe this.
Yodlehi who would win in a fight, Eric or a hurricane?
This position feels like I'm getting destroyed by a hurricane. I have to play b6, I think. Actually, wait. I take f8. This is so bad. This is really, really bad. Take. Oh, there's f4. My king walks up to d4? There's like this queen trap. No, there's queen b7. If I've survived this, it'll be a miracle. It's like trying to survive a hurricane with a cardboard box as your only shelter. But sometimes cardboard is stronger than expected. So calculation is c5, take, f4, take, king d4. The queen's almost trapped, but there's queen b7, bishop d3, queen b4, bishop c4, rook d1. I run, queen b1. I keep running. Opponent is frozen. Opponent is also finish. We might see a crazy finish here. Queen takes b7. Wow, so if I take... I want to take here. I have this. I feel like I'm surviving. Ugh.
$3,000 elo this stream.
We'll see. I'm not sure about the elo gain at this rate. Oh, what to do, what to do, what to do. Thank you, A1, A1, A1. It's a speed run back below 2800. Somehow I survived, kind of. F6 was a really bad move. I also got confused in the opening. There's a game between... See if I can find the game, actually. Copy? PGM. So I'm trying to use chess.com's database, but you can't even click on the moves. I thought there was a feature to like at least see the game list. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is bring this into Lichess. I do have a different scene. And yeah, I figured the stream will be a mix of playing, but also reviewing my games. And for this one, I just want to check the opening. And maybe find this Kasparov game I was like vaguely remembering. It may have been a different move order though. Yeah, there's really not too many games in the Masters database. So G5, Bishop E5. Engine likes castling, interesting. Bishop D3. Yeah, this probably requires some more understanding of what's going on. Ah, this is a game. Okay. Thank you to Kuyar in Twitch chat. Let's switch back the thing. This is a game I was thinking of. So it's a slightly different order, but same position, right? Yeah, same position. G5. Ah, so Kasparov played Bishop G3. And then H5. Okay. So I guess with Bishop E5, it's a bit more accurate to attack the rook right away. And then there's some tactic with Queen F6, yeah, attacking this and this. And Kasparov lost like very quickly. Less than 20 moves. Okay, so I'm 0 out of 2 so far, but I'm learning some things. Hopefully improving my opening knowledge a little bit. Back in the pool. Thank you to White Noise. Happy 74 months. Hope you're doing well. Here's a question from Bones Jones. What's the one thing that you would suggest for getting over 1,000 rating? Part of it is just playing a lot of games. Like putting in the time and doing a lot of tactics. Like at that level, most games are determined. Most games are determined by tactics, but also by like one move blunders. Even sometimes at the top level too. Okay, we have a London main line. Sorry if the layout got a little bit off. Hopefully it's okay though. So we have a fun line of the London. It's basically a reverse Cambridge Springs. Play 95. Sometimes issues with the bishop on G4. Okay, in this case, I think I can take attacking the bishop, then hold on to the pawn. It looks pleasant. This bishop's tied down to g7. Maybe like bishop g3 eventually. Eventually I want to complete development. There's some prospect. I was going to say bishop e5. Bishop e5 is a move here. Take. The taking looks very solid. Some idea of knight a5 or knight d4. Castling queenside, wow. Play c6. Yeah, black is asking for trouble. I'm essentially forking the pawn and knight. If takes, I take here first and then take with check. Now, unlike the previous game, I feel like the hurricane could win another pawn, although at this point it's probably better just to trade. Attack the rook, maybe. Look to play c4, c5. And I can also take. I guess I do lose back one pawn. I'm up 3 pawns now. Am I losing another? Yeah, a little bit uncomfortable. There. Let's go for this. I'm still up 2 pawns. Should be enough. Wow. Lost track of my time though. No! I really lost track of my time. Oh no. I got way too comfortable. Not a good start. Okay. I'm 0 out of 3 so far. Just have to sip tea, keep calm. Probably play faster too. I burned too much time trying to hold on to my pawns. I mean, kudos to Black for fighting, but yeah, not my not my best start of this stream. Can only improve from here, hopefully. This pleasant opening. Yeah, A6 is a blunder. Thank you, D-Lams. Happy 3. Yeah, all these games feel like warm-ups. Have to treat them as warm-ups. Alright, playing E-Kurtz. I've played before. Has a high rating. Opponent aborts. I played E-Kurtz in the speedrun. Had a very quick win. Maybe they're scared. Or maybe they just don't want to play. There's a question from D-Lams. Do you ever get psyched out by your opponent's rating or title? When I was younger, maybe I used to. But these days I try and play the board. But if I'm playing like a top player, like Hikaru or Magnus, it can be hard not to get psyched out. But for most opponents, I just try and focus on my own play. Focus on the position, not the player. Whoa, it's Bones Jones, the $50 dono.
Content. You have taught me so much so far.
Oh, thank you.
I wish you were my coach.
Thank you so much. That's so kind. I'll try and keep sharing lessons through my games today. Hopefully it will bring some value to the viewers. I do really, really appreciate that. It does seem like we're getting a lot of like questions about how to get better at chess in chat. And there's no one right answer. The big part of it is enjoying the process. Sometimes if you have a good passion or strong passion for chess, that's more valuable than like natural talent or even hard work. Passion allows for the hard work to come more naturally. It's also important to focus on learning over pure results or rating. Just sometimes hard to do, like especially when you keep losing games, but it's the nature of anything of life. Just have to keep learning. So b4, let's play this. c4, bishop b1. Hitting the bishop. Some tactics here. Not sure if they work. Okay, there's a lot of things I'm trying to do better than my previous games. One thing is time management. Actually, if knight g3, maybe... Okay, never mind. f6 is coming. Have this move. Could get messy. Offering some trade. So take. So I think I win the pawn. Oh, wait, no. Still kind of a mess. Probably want to play like rook a2 and f4 and then go after g2. And go after the a pawn. The first win of the stream. Thank you, Bones Jones. Gifting 10. That's super, super kind. Okay. Not sure how I feel about that game. Is early a6, b5.
Let's go.
Engine is recommending something strange. To take on c5 and play b4. to then play a4, and black can't respond with b4. And maybe black's pawns are targets. That's interesting. Okay. Also, okay, I'm keeping calm. Heart rate is below 70. What did it peak at that game? I assume it got over 100, right? Maybe? I'm not sure how much I want to analyze this. I was much, much better, and then stumbled somewhere. It was actually worse after the exchange sack. Maybe the exchange blunder. Oh, peaked at around 104, 106. Okay. Bones Jones asking, what is a way to get an official rating? It might depend on your location. If you're based in the US, then you can get an official US rating by playing over the board tournaments. And go to uschess.org and filter tournaments by state. There's also FIDE, which is the international governing body of chess. And they have tournaments globally. Oh, but if you're in North Dakota, yeah, then even like across the US, it's not easy to find FIDE tournaments. Most FIDE events are like for already like very strong established players. So I'd recommend going to uschess.org and then look at, I think you can filter events by state. You can also become a US Chess member. Can you see YouTube messages? I get this every stream in both chats. People ask me, do I read Twitch chat? Do I read YouTube chat? I have both chats open. I just selectively read like interesting questions, and it's hard to address every comment, but yeah, I do have both chats open. I don't really look at chat during games, but between games, I take a look. Oh yeah, some states have their own like clubs and associations as well. I'm not as familiar with like the North Dakota chess scene. I feel like one of the Dakotas is Grandmaster Yermolnitsky. Might be South Dakota though. I forget where he lives.
Good evening, Eric. Less than three.
Welcome back to 41, Matt. Happy 37. Hope you're doing well. .65 heart rate is insane. Is it? It might just mean that I'm like a bit more calm and chill. Bedtime is approaching. I've never been to any Dakota. Someday I'll visit. I have to see Mount Rushmore. Okay. Let's keep going. Have to climb back to over 2800. I feel like the chess has not been super high quality. Playing Casablanca. Okay, play this line. Rook d1. Huh. I blundered a pawn. Maybe it's okay. Opponent was like pretty well prepared for my sideline. Queen c6, a position opens up. Actually, queen c6 can I... No, I can't take. I have to play bishop a6. Really not too many other moves. I'm losing a second pawn. Bishop e5, take. Maybe.
Whoa.
Welcome back to Love Hate Chess. Happy 75. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, this could get tricky. Bishop takes b5, I have rook ec8. And the queen is tied down to defending the bishop. Knight f4. Or take. That's a good move. Attacking b2. It's not going well.
I believe in you.
I need those same beliefs. 95. How many pawns am I down? Too many. There. Oh, good move. What to do? Okay. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. All right, let me check the improvements. Yeah, bishop e7. It's a slightly dubious line. White was prepared. Okay. It's the nature of blitz chess. Some rating volatility. Yeah, b5 is sometimes effective in other positions where white doesn't actually break the center. But that was definitely not one of those positions. Right, we have this line. So there's this. Yeah, this is a line. Most people play knight g7. I'm gonna gather the pawn. The point is after takes, I queenside castle. Now I'm threatening this. Dark squares are very vulnerable for black. And this is not easy to stop. Wait, is my audio cutting out? Yeah, sometimes it's a microphone problem, sometimes it's a speaker problem for the viewer. Checking my levels, they seem okay. Opponent's taking a deep think. Because this wins a piece. Like if the knight or queen moves, I still have this. Is it just winning? Like queen d6. Oh no, queen d6 is not even possible. This might just be winning. Black thought they were winning a pawn. This is such a strong threat. Opponent just resigns. Okay, winning in 15 moves with the London. That was pleasant. Yeah, that was definitely a poison pawn. But it's playable for black if they play knight d7. Maybe later black can get away with taking. Castle. Yeah, still takes his queen f6 maybe. Queen g3. So the engine likes g5 here. And play this position. That's interesting. f6 is hard to achieve. Okay. Would you have resigned or played on in that position? I would have spent a lot of time. I probably would have tried something. What's the top engine move for black? h5. Yeah, that's kind of sad. The bishop d4. Oh, maybe. Yeah, if I find h5, then at least there's some chances to play on. Like white wins a piece, but there's pawns. I'd probably still lose to Stockfish from this position. Or the Leela Queen odds bot. Okay, moving on. Trying to revive the rating. Okay, this one I'll take. What's a line? Oh no, Queen f3. I have a prep file in this. I'm just realizing there's knight h5 coming. Oh man. I have to play this, but still. Wait, what's happening? think I have to play this and then fishing pole. This knight has no moves. Knight g8 might be coming. Knight g6 is nasty. Yeah, this is pretty nasty. A smothered fork. Not quite mate. Getting closer. Lac's gonna try and defend though. Yeah, it's not over. King g8, I think I take with queen. This is mate. Oh no, my queen. Okay. As a fitting pre-move to move the rook on top of the king. Okay, that was pleasant. A very feel-good move, knight g6. Almost had a small accident in the opening. Like, if I play the most natural retreating move, then my queen's trapped. My black controls all these squares. Although, do I have a counterattack? I didn't really calculate knight d5. But then just queen d8. And that's why I played this, to allow for knight h5, queen h4. And I freed the h2 square for the queen. So let me just check. Yeah, knight f3 is a bit inaccurate. Thankfully, I was aware of danger. I had my danger levels. Okay, 2797. Let's keep going. There's a question, do you prefer donos via bits or Streamlabs? Streamlabs takes less of a cut. So yeah, Streamlabs is probably more economical. But it's hard to say I prefer one over the other. I'm just grateful for any sort of viewer support. But thanks for asking. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Oh, playing a fellow Eric from Philippines. Okay, we have another one of these. Cambridge Springs this time. Queen c2 is the main move. There's also rook c1. So I am temporarily down a pawn. The goal is to win it back eventually. A3. I could take right away. I think I will take. And just try and eventually win the e-pawn. That's actually kind of impossible to do now. Huh. Queenside castle, perhaps. So I'm down a pawn. And this pawn's kind of fixed. H4 might be coming. This could lead to somewhat drawish territory. With like this. Maybe c5. No. I feel indecisive. Thinking maybe get the king to c5. This could lead to some trades. Actually, if rook takes rook, I'd probably take with king. Whoa! Whoa! It's 1-1-1-1.
Checkmate was worth exactly $111.11.
That's so
what
kind.
Do you think?
Thank you so much. Also, Aaron with the super chat. Okay, I'm slightly flustered, but let me focus here. Let's walk the king to try and consume the a-pawn. It just started pouring money. Thanks, everyone. Wait, let's focus. Focus. Take. Maybe opponent wants f5 eventually. Take. Okay, I think I just YOLO. I'm gonna lose a pawn on this side, but win some pawns on this side. It's gonna probably turn into a race too. F5 is probably coming. Start by taking. Take. There. Okay, I gotta focus. King b2 and then run the a-pawn. That's a plan. Have to defend first. What a weird position. My king is so deep into white's territory. What's that song by Sum 41? In Too Deep? Bishop d1? But oh wait, this is a threat. Just realized. Maybe. Bishop d1, I definitely play rook d8. Check. What's happening? Oh no. Oh no, I messed up. No. I messed up. Oh, I'm so sad. The fellow Eric got me good. Or got me bad. Oh, I thought I had a tactic. This is a really bad move. I had to play this probably. It might already be a draw. Yeah, this is a draw. I was winning, like, yeah, it's such a good position up on time too. Okay, GG. Let me say some thank yous. First of all, thank you again to A1A1A1 for the $111.11. Really appreciate the dono. Also, thank you to Aaron Trucks asking, do you have a set stream schedule or set schedule for when you accept viewer challenges? Not really, no. But I'm trying to do at least one viewer challenge stream a week. Yeah, I might start doing more because it does seem like there's popular demand. So the best way to catch those streams is to follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube to get notified when I go live. And with YouTube, usually I do schedule the streams slightly in advance. Sometimes it's the same day, but you can check on my my live tab on YouTube. And if you don't know how to do that, do some quick promo. Go to my channel, click live. And this is where you find all the live streams. Oh, welcome back to Chess Bonzo. The rating has risen, but upside down. So not the way I wanted to. Wow, thank you to Chris for the $20 super chat. Also, thank you to Nishu earlier, 179 some currency, which I should know what that is by now. Someone donated 179 tornadoes. It does kind of look like a tornado. Okay, I'll check this opening real quick. And it's one of these like tricky Cambridge Springs lines. I equalized. Yeah, maybe bishop f5 is slightly more accurate. Although, when I play bishop f5, then it gives white the chance to play this, and then I'm not actually doubling the pawns. There's a line bishop e7, f4. I play down the pawn, but keep queens on the board. So according to the engine, best move is a castle, which is actually counterintuitive because usually in queenless middle games, a king likes to stay in the center. If white plays f4, take here. Ah, there's f6, and then e3 is vulnerable. Oh, maybe it was rupees. Yeah, I appreciate those who do the research with the currency. Also, how's it going, Joe Brune? Hope you're doing well. There's a question, how long do we have to wait for GM Rosen? Probably a lot longer. Playing Blitz on chess.com probably won't help me attain the GM title. But we keep it going. Playing another fellow IAM. So I'm trying to get back to 2800. Have this line. The risk of this line, there is a forced draw. Like this, and repeat. This is a different line. Bishop d2. Queen d8. Maybe this. Might see bishop c3 here. Queen c1, so defending b2. Wow. I take on b2. Oh, my rook is hanging in that line. Okay, I have to play this. Or this. No, I have to play this. Yeah, weird opening. Yeah, knight d5 could be annoying. Play this and then win the pawn. Hmm. I want to play knight d4. e5 is usually a very weakening move. But because we traded off bishops, I'm no longer like blocking a fianchetto bishop. Also fixing white's pawn on e4. The dream is to fork. Yeah, my dream has come true. White's gonna have compensation though. Hmm. And knight d5 might be coming. Hmm. Really gotta watch my time too. Some idea knight h5. Actually, the dream is knight h5, knight f4, queen g5, and checkmate. Can another dream come true? Knight d5 has been lingering for a while. Hmm. Wow. Can't take because I checkmate. Okay. That was an interesting game. It did feel like I got out prepared or outplayed in the opening. Although maybe we both strayed away from theory. Whoa! Another 11111.
Your dream isn't another 111.11.
I wasn't dreaming about that, but it's a happy dream, I guess. Thank you so much. That's super, super kind. Yeah, I really, really appreciate that. I really don't know what to make of this game. I guess the total is now 2222 something. There's a decimal point in there somewhere. Yeah, big thank you. So actually after C5, black is actually fine. The pawn is probably more vulnerable than it is strong. But engine says just this, and eventually knight d4. White's kind of clunky with the pieces. Okay, let's keep going. Heart rate below 60. I feel suspiciously calm. Okay, if I win this game, I get back to 2800. Let's play this line. Bishop d6. Leaving tension. Oh, welcome back to Senna. Thanks for the $2 super chat. Things are going fine. The stream had a rocky start, at least with my performance in the games, but trying to climb back. Don't mind this position. Could get sharp with opposite side castling. It's tempting to take the bishop. Let's hold off for a move. Always play king b1. I'm just going to leave tension. Okay, now I should probably take. I don't mind the trade of bishop for knight. Maybe setting up this. H6. It feels weird, but d5 is a move. And then e4 might be coming. Okay. Sacking a pawn. Ideas to attack. I really want g4, g5. Oh, that was a mouse slip. Lose a tempo. And c5's coming. I still play g4. It's a really bad mouse slip. Time is so important. Allowing takes and this line. Oh, thank you, Senna. Another $2 super chat. Yeah, it's looking difficult here. Take. And there's bishop e4 check too. Almost have. Oh no, I don't have rook h1 even. Whoa!
Oops, I mouse slipped another 111.1.
Just as you slipped that, I slipped my queen. Oh no. I don't think queen e5 is going to save me. Oh no, my queen. Yeah, the position is lost according to Stockfish. Things went wrong. I mean, okay, I mouse slipped twice that game. If I don't mouse slip g3 and I play g4, it's more of a fight because yeah, the g file opens a bit quicker. It's probably going to play g5. Take. Yeah, anything can happen here. We're up to 333.33. Thank you so much. Sorry for not reacting in a happier way. I have very conflicting emotions getting such a big donation and mouse slip blundering my queen. What to do? Okay, let's play better chess. Try and use this new energy from all the support. And white again. We'll have another London. This time we have a slightly different line. Yeah, this is a solid line for black. Also solid for white, though. A bit more positional. 91 is maybe playable. Counterattack h5. So I'll probably end up, yeah, conceding the bishop pair. But there's potential for a strong knight. I found my happy place. Well, there goes my happy knight. Now it's all left to this knight to find happiness. Do I want to take that? I think I do. Yeah, there's a lot of value in the c5 square. I can take on e6. Queen c1. It's a really good position. I just want to maintain composure. Make sure I'm thinking clearly, but still moving quickly.
Love your content. Glad to catch a live stream.
Oh, thanks so much. Sepro47, I appreciate that. Yeah, black is kind of stuck. Idea is rook h1. Rook h1, rook e3, rook h7, bishop h7, queen c7. It's okay. There's also queen a7. I was thinking of sacking the rook and then playing this. One wants queen d3. I want to play this. Thank you, Mr. MJG. The $10 super chat. Again, I really, really appreciate like all the support tonight. Hoping my chess will maybe live up to all the support. Okay, now bishop c2 should be the nail in the coffin. I guess there's rook b1. Oh, am I not mating? Take. I have this. I have all my things attacking h7 now. From all different areas of the board, too. Okay, no mercy. No mouse slip, too. I feel more paranoid of, like, mouse slipping my queen. Could black have taken the pawn on e3? Yeah, I was aware of that. I was actually calculating, like when I played rook h1, my calculation was to take on h7 and then queen c7. And I don't think there's a way to stop mate. It's actually nice, like the queen and rook not only target the bishop, but they also prevent the queen from defending. I'm just realizing maybe there's queen b1. Takes, but okay, then I win the rook. So it is winning. Oh, there's also queen takes f8. Mate in 1. Good point. Good job to Prithvajit in YouTube chat spotting that. Yeah, so I guess after rook e3, it's mate in 2. Takes and then mate. Why didn't I take on h7 as soon as... Do I have a chance? There's a point here where I can take, but there's queen d3. And then here there's, yeah, black has 3 defenders. And then here, I guess I could take with the bishop, actually. To be honest, I was only looking at rook takes, and then... And this is also probably winning, but not as clear. Ah, but there's bishop g6 in the end. Yeah, this would also be winning. Yeah, probably a lot of other ways to win such a position. Okay, moving on. Oh, playing the same opponent. Or no, playing someone who beat me earlier. Oh, playing the person who beat me in the mouse slip game. All right. Play this move. I really don't know the theory here. I have no idea what I'm doing. Rookie 8. Like, what do I do? A5 maybe. Okay, now I have some idea of what I'm doing. I want to play A4 and win back the pawn. So I have this maneuver. Yeah, white's not making my life super easy though. A big battle on the queen side. So the rook will eventually defend E5. I hit the knight. Oh, that I didn't see. I've taken knight B3. Wow, what's happening? Crazy move. I really wasn't sure there. So I'm still down a pawn. Have this move. I'll be up a bishop in the end, I think. I gotta go straight for the kill. Yeah, the rooks are very clumsy here. Hmm. It's not over though. Probably want queen d1. And then this. And a 4. It's not easy. Just enough time. I probably could have repeated to take a draw, but oh man. Oh man. I reach a peak heart rate for this stream. The opening was very confusing. I should be prepared for this. I usually don't play d4 in this position though. I need a better weapon against this move order. And d4 is a top engine move. We got something playable. Yeah, this is nice. A nice way to simplify and win material. Okay. Did I really just go from like 140 to 64? Like less than a minute? Okay. Now above 70. Sometimes looking at my heart rate will make it spike a little bit. Please show move 15. Yeah, this is very confusing. I didn't see this move coming. It's actually the top engine move. The point is, white removes a defender of my b4 knight. So if I take with this or this, then the bishop will take. So I actually found the top engine move in response. Knight b takes d3. The point being, I know I'm going to lose this knight, so might as well get a pawn for it. I take back. And then this was a mistake because it allows this. And it's a triple attack. Actually, quadruple attack if we include the pawn too. I burned a lot of time, like thinking it should just be easy win, but it wasn't easy with the rooks doubled. I was close to taking on h3 and going for this. I wasn't sure about it though because there's rook a2. Yeah, there's I see a question from Twitch chat. He had your queen trapped with rook a8. My bishop was controlling a8. This is the only way I found to escape the rook from harassing my queen. Because like anywhere else it goes, the rook keeps attacking apart from the back rank.
Eric has a good heart.
Oh, thank you, Alpha the Storm. I'm melting my heart slightly with those words. There was a question, I'm not sure if it was in Twitch chat or YouTube chat, asking about my next speed run. Oh, it's from other Vinny in Twitch chat. Yeah, I will be starting the new speed run pretty soon. I actually made the count already, but it requires me to play about a dozen games to get like a less volatile rating, and then they can reset it. But yeah, it should be starting pretty soon. I might at some point request some feedback of like what time control to play, also what to call it, because I want it to be all about like aggressive play and gambits and tricks and traps. So I just need a concise name for naming it in YouTube titles. Also, I'm not sure if I'm going to play still 10-minute chess for the new speedrun or 5-minute chess. But if people have a preference, let me know. I'm thinking about calling it tricks and traps speedrun. I'm open to other names as well. It just has to be concise enough. So I'm back over 2,800. I'm still down a bit of rating for the stream. Here we go, playing a fellow streamer who, I don't know if he's streaming. He sometimes aborts because I might be underrated. Or maybe sometimes doesn't realize the game has started. Okay, we have a Queen's Indian, a Dutch. Allowed e5. How bad is it? Actually, e5, c5, c6 is interesting. I think I want to prepare this. I should probably draw back with the bishop at some point. c5 makes sense. Rook d3 and e5. A little bit awkward here. A little bit passive too. Queen is no longer good on b3. It's interesting. I have queen d6. Take. I think it's okay. Because take, rook moves, rook d2, and I double up. There might be bishop e2 somehow in the very end. Yeah, bishop e2 I think is coming. Oh, but then it's equal material. Take. Yeah, because I won a pawn there, but lost it back. So I think I just want to play... Ooh. That's annoying. I have to play this? No. Yeah, it's still passive. Rook b3, knight d2, we repeat. Take. That's a good move. Some plan. Trying to hold my ground. Still very passive. My knight needs to find a happy place. Okay, some pressure. Knight c3 is coming. Maybe knight d4. Wow. Strong move. What to do? Nah, I'm just losing. Yeah, no tricks. GG. Okay, let's play a mini match. We'll maybe have some back-to-back games. Bishop e2. Yeah, this is an interesting line. Try and be solid here. Yeah, I should have played h5, knight f5. B6, I guess. A little bit tilted here. Yeah, this is not a great transformation. I'm sagging exchange. I want to play this eventually. Okay, white allows it. Let's start with this. And I'll win the rook and then win back the pawn, maybe. Although I don't win back the pawn. A4. Play rook a8. Some idea to target c3, get knight b5, rook c8. Rook c1 I take on b4. Knight e2, maybe now I try and clamp down. I'm still probably worse though. Goal is to maneuver the bishop to b6. Wow, it's just in time. Take. I'm in trouble again. Maybe f6. Doesn't do much. I don't know what to do. I could cry. That's actually really bad. I'm down about a minute too. Take check there. Should have taken an h2 first. I'm trying. Oh, he has too many pass pawns though. Okay. I was trying to set up the stalemate trap. Wasn't easy though. Yeah, I'm sure White had more efficient ways to win there. I played a little bit too quickly in the opening. Yeah, usually these positions the king is better in the center. Like h5, knight f5 would be still better according to the engine for White, but a bit easier for Black to play compared to what happened in the game. And then I just blundered, taking on c5. Then I still had hope after the exchange sack. I got knight e3. And this was playable. Okay, apparently a3 is a bad move. Should just keep the pawn here. Okay, GG's. Let's keep it going. Try and reverse momentum. We are 6 minutes away from midnight for me. It's 11:54 p.m. Try and stay awake. If I'm going to end the stream, I would like to end it above 2800. This time it might be hard to find opponents. There's another question in YouTube chat. Does Eric check YouTube chat? I do. I have both chats open. I do my best to acknowledge relevant comments. Also look at chats between games. Playing chess knock. Okay, we have a mainline London. Okay, I'm gonna play so a line that I sometimes like to play against Caro Khan, which is playable here, Queen e1. Queen c7, okay, knight e5. Yeah, the idea is to eventually attack with f4. There is queen b6. There. Okay, let's play this anyway. I'm trying to figure out the continuation here after queen b2. I have tactics with h7. Okay, maybe we'll get a more positional game. I have to take. I don't really want to trade rooks. How to do this? If I can double up on the H file, I might have to trade. Let's try this. Yeah, this is kind of questionable. B4 might be coming. Yeah, B4 probably is coming. We trade. It's going to be very hard to win. Take, take. Some G4 idea. A little bit too slow. A little bit too slow. Good game. That was tough. Yeah, it was kind of equal. I think I was a little bit too crazy with my rook. At some points, like, especially here, I should probably just repeat. And then, yeah, just a time deficit. Almost recovered though, but not quite. Drew Brune is asking, do you play better at night or in the morning? I probably play better earlier in the day. Like, has not been going well this evening, but maybe it's a little bit too late. I'd say in general, I do play better later in the day, like a few hours after waking up. Mind is usually sharper. I usually prefer the afternoon title Tuesday compared to the morning title Tuesday. C6 a move here. If takes, I take on B7. I have won a pawn. Here's some queen d4 idea. Everything's defended. Okay, this pins the pawn, maybe threatens this. Knight's kind of awkward here. Knight's also kind of pinned at this pawn. So now if I take... Looks pretty good. This pawn's hanging, threatening takes and queen f5 to win the knight. Okay, that was nice. The opponent stumbled into not the greatest position. Although this is fine for black. Best move bishop h6 is very computer-ish. For 3,000 bits, would you do a visualization puzzle? So I could see how you work through it. That's an offer I'm probably willing to take up. But I need some clarification. Define a visualization puzzle. Does that involve like showing a position and then not moving the pieces and visualizing? I could probably, I haven't done it in a while, but I could just go into puzzles and probably find a puzzle that I'll visualize if that's what you like. Oh, you're gonna put the puzzle in chat. Okay, that works for me. If the puzzle is pre-prepared, it makes my life easier. I think the easiest thing to do is share a fan or like Lichess or chess.com like study, or Lichess study or chess.com like analysis board link, I think. I do want to understand this move. Bishop h6. Black has nearly full compensation. Because the point is to move the knight and not allow the bishop trade. And if I take... The structure looks good. I guess black's two bishops are like pretty good long term for compensation. Okay, we are awaiting this puzzle, this 3,000 bits puzzle. Hopefully I'm awake enough to solve it. In the meantime, I can answer questions, can chill a little bit, take a break from playing chess. There was a trap in this line, which I was kind of optimistic my opponent might fall into, is after takes queen a5. It's probably the most played move. Queen d2 takes knight a4. Trapped a lot of players like this. The queen has no good squares. Chanley is asking, oh, why did he resign? Oh yeah, so I would say like at a lower level, this position isn't resignable, like black can play on. But at this level, the reason why black resigned is they were already down a pawn. And after bishop g6, white wins another pawn, because if takes, then I win back the knight. And white's doing really well. I'm actually winning a third pawn here because it's a triple attack. The king can defend the e pawn or the g pawn, but not both. If the king defends this pawn, I take and win the bishop. If this, I just, yeah, I start chomping. So, yeah, we can check with the eval like how bad it actually was for black. Actually, maybe it's still playable. Like black could play this. I would probably debate between this or this. This is attacked. To be honest, I'd probably take on f7 and then win the knight. So yeah, it probably would have taken more work for white. Wait, do you want me to... Okay, so Mate Agent is sharing a position in Twitch chat. Shall I go ahead and set it up, or do you want me to visualize the whole thing? Because for the online audience, it might not be the best content if I just sit here without actually showing the position in front of me. There's a question from Nathan Cyrus in YouTube chat. Eric, since when do you stream on YouTube? You could probably answer that question by going to my channel and then seeing, I can't really scroll down all the way, but you can see my first YouTube live stream was, oh yeah, it was here. It says 1 month ago, is probably about 2 months ago. So I did start multi-streaming pretty recently. I've done, what, close to a couple dozen live streams on YouTube, now Twitch and YouTube. Okay, let me go ahead and set up this this position, and then we'll try and visualize our way through it. I think the best thing to do is switch scenes. I'll go to positions, setup, editor, clear board. Okay, so for white, wait, why is it? Why is 8 here? Oh, maybe it was, okay, white. There we go. Okay. King on G1. Queen on f2. Rook on b2. Rook on f3. Bishop c2, knight c3. Knight e2. Pawns. a3. a3, b5, e4, f, e5, f4, h2. Okay. And black, king on g8. Queen on c7. Rook on c8. d8. Yeah, not the most efficient way, but I'm making progress here. a6, b6, d4, f5, g7, h7. Now, who's to move? I will say that this is not a position I've seen before, so it is fresh. Oh, mate agent. Okay. So it's a true 3000 bits. Okay, so it's black's move here. Well, thank you for the bits. I hope this looks okay. Let's turn off engine. Okay. So I've been bribed to tackle this position. And this is black's move. I'm a little bit confused. Oh, maybe I'm not confused. So do you want me to play out the continuation? Because there is a 6-move continuation, it looks like. So should I play it out or should I just calculate it? The continuation is knight takes e5. Also, please let me know if the position is set up correctly. The worst thing in chess when it comes to studying is setting up the wrong position and then going down rabbit holes which we're not meant to go down. Okay, yes, all in your head. Okay, so hopefully this will be instructive for people watching too, and how to calculate and visualize. I'll do my best to like share what goes through my own mind when working through such a position. I will draw arrows just to help the viewers. So calculation is knight takes e5. Actually, before we start actually looking ahead here, we should have just count material. So white is currently up a minor piece. Up a knight. Pawns. So it's knight for pawn, basically. This knight is hanging. But pawn takes knight is not the first move of the continuation, probably because after rook takes, there's some annoying pin. So the first move... Wait, there's a pawn on g2. Okay. Good call. Good call. Yeah, it does feel more natural for there to be a white pawn on g2. Okay. So that means the pawn count is equal. But the minor piece count lights up on knights. And again, if takes, rook takes. So calculation is knight takes e5. I assume the point is, okay, we unleash the bishop, hit the rook. And if takes, then we would take the rook and then take the knight and win material. Okay, so knight takes e5, rook h3. Knight g4. So black's still down a piece, but hitting the queen. queen h4, threatening h7, also saving the queen. So knight e5, rook h3, knight g4, queen h4. Knight f6. Defending h7. Bishop takes f5. Wow. Oh, it's getting super crazy. Bishop takes f5. D takes c3. Bishop takes f7. Bishop takes h7. King f7. And then rook takes c3, black to move. Oh, man. I'm going to imagine most people watching can't visualize the 6-move line. I'm going to have to like play through it in my mind a few times to like fully internalize the position. Okay, so knight e5, rook h3, knight g4, queen h4, knight f6, bishop f5. Bishop f5, pawn takes c3, rook takes c3. Or, wait. I'm just checking the continuation. Oh, bishop h7 thrown in, king f7, then rook c3. So one more time. Takes, rook h3, knight g4, queen h4, knight f6, bishop f5, and then dc3, bishop h7, king f7, and then rook takes c3, and then black to move. Okay. What was the original question? You just want me to like think out loud and like work through and kind of talk about how I work through such a calculation. The most important thing is to like clearly visualize where all the pieces are and see like the relevant attacks and everything. Everything that is a chaotic mess of what unfolds. So knight's on f6, attacking the bishop. The queen's on h4. But then there's this attack against the queen on c7. So again, take, or sorry, knight e5, rook h3, knight g4, queen h4. Knight f6, bishop f5, take, king f7. Okay. So I'd probably start with like the forcing moves. Most forcing move is rook d1 check. And that forces king f2. Now the queen is still attacked. Wait, the solution is 6 moves deep. Oh dear. Okay, let me set a time limit. I don't want to spend more than 10 to 15 minutes. I mean, this is probably like a 10 to 15 minute exercise at least. But if it's a 6-move calculation, and then another 6 moves to find the solution, that is going to be difficult. Oh, thank you, JH. Appreciate the super chat. How close are you to becoming GM? I'm not super close. We do have the Twitch chat command. But in order to like get from IM to GM, it's necessary to do these sort of like calculation trading puzzles. You really need to be able to think clearly in chaotic messes. So I think for the next, let me set a timer. Let me set like a 7-minute timer. For the next 7 minutes, I'm just going to be fully in the zone, and I'll probably be drawing arrows, like trying to explain my thoughts. Set timer for 7 minutes. Okay. So again, knight takes e5, rook h3, knight g4, queen h4, knight f6, bishop f5, pawn takes knight, bishop h7, king f7, and then rook takes h3. So we're getting to that position. Now the arrows actually like distract me because, yeah, it just clutters the board, so I'm going to remove them. So rook's attacking the queen. Now I want to start by looking at rook d1, which forces king f2. And then I'm instantly drawn to like potential knight checks, but if I play knight e4, there's a bishop on h7. So then the question becomes, can I move my queen and does white have a threat? The king looks exposed, but something like queen e7 looks logical there. I guess it's also worth calculating the queen sack. So I'm kind of still in this processing phase, like knight here, king here, bishop here, queen here. White actually doesn't have any ways to exploit the king on f7. Again, it's weird to like look at this position and then visualize ahead because like there's no more pawn on e5. Like the knight's here. Some more lines are open. Okay, I said I was going to be fully in the zone, but let's see what mate agent is saying. Also, just in your opinion, if you had to guess what rating level do you think this puzzle is? Also, do you look this far ahead in most of your classical games? I probably don't do enough puzzles to have a sense of like what rating correlates with what difficulty. But if the task is to calculate 6 moves ahead and then find another 6-move calculation, we're probably like around Grandmaster level, given how chaotic things are. To answer the second part of the question, it really depends on the position. If I had a position like this in the classical, and to be honest, I don't think I would be calculating the exact line that was given. But I'd definitely be calculating this and this as candidate moves. I guess it's kind of a flowing line though. Okay, so let's get back to calculating. Again, if you're just joining, I'm doing a puzzle given to me by a viewer. It seems very difficult, but I'm trying to tackle the challenge. Knight takes e5, rook h3, knight g4, queen h4. Knight f6, bishop f5, take, bishop h7, king f7, take, okay. So rook d1, I really want to start with rook d1. Queen's on h4. Again, I'm still kind of in the process of internalizing, like looking for candidate moves, rook d1. It's just so rich. I'm also trying to evaluate the queen sacrifice. Like, if we just sack on c3, is that enough? It doesn't seem necessary, though. Should also be aware of, like, h-file resources with the bishop and queen aligned. The thing that's bugging me, like after rook d1, king f2, I'm not seeing a like obvious forcing continuation. Like f4 is defended by the knight, e4 is covered by the bishop, g4 is covered by the queen. And g2 is the target. The bishop's open. I think I'll calculate like blindfold. Just a moment. Rook d1, king f2, queen d7. Queen d7 doesn't have a threat though. Queen e7? Oh, queen e7 actually is really nice. Because then it threatens knight e4. I'll say also that like I was given some information that I would not normally be given in a game. That first of all, I'm given the 6-move sequence from this position, and then I'm told it's another 6 moves. So that's already making me think about like very forcing lines. But I just had a mental breakthrough that I've spot a nice geometrical attack. So one more time, sorry that I'm repeating this line so much, but that's what goes through my mind when I calculate. Sometimes I just like double, triple, quadruple check everything. When knight takes e5, rook h3, knight g4, queen h4, knight f6, bishop f5. Take c3, take h7, king f7, rook takes c3, rook d1, king f2. I really like this move, queen e7. And it has maybe also my timer's up, my 7-minute timer. Queen e7 has the idea of knight e4 to unleash the attack against the queen and attack the king. It also has the idea of taking on c3, knight takes c3, and then queen c5 with a fork. We also hit the a-pawn as icing on the cake. And if I saw this from a distance in a game, I would maybe stop calculating around queen e7. Just to like understand that white has no checks. Oh, maybe there is queen g3 though. Queen g3 would defend. Do we keep calculating queen? No, but queen g3 loses a bishop. Yeah, white's just in total disarray there. Like every single white piece is the target basically. Like even the rook potentially. This bishop's godly. Yeah, sometimes when it comes to these calculations, I know a lot of people do like Puzzle Rush or even the Lichess and chess.com puzzles that have like one very clear solution. But when it comes to calculating in a practical game, you just want to get to a situation where things are under control and like pressures on the opponent. And the line I was just looking at, I think there's a lot of like nice tactical resources for black, and it's just not clear how white defends everything. So I think I'll play out the first 6 moves. I'll show the position to the viewers. I know a lot of viewers like they don't devote their life to chess, and it's hard to calculate even a few moves ahead. But especially when things are like super crazy. So let's play this out. Knight takes e5. Rook h3. Knight g4. Queen h4, attacking h7. Knight to f6, defending. Bishop takes f5. takes c3, takes h7, king f7. So this was basically the starting position I was calculating. I calculated rook d1, king f2, and queen e7. I really only calculated like 2 moves, 2.5 moves from here. But like now that I'm looking at it, I don't think my opinion is changing that much. I still really like it. Like there's lines, for example, like rook here, king here, rook here. Like queen h3 I didn't acknowledge initially, but it's a situation where the queen gets overworked and black can take. If queen takes, we win the bishop. If knight takes, I assume we take the bishop. Queen takes, queen c5. Let's say king e2, we take on c3, even though our rook's hanging. White's rook is hanging as well. So I'll just play that out just to show. So check here, here. So threatening to win the queen. Queen h3. And what did I say? I said take first. Take, take, take. Here, here, here. That's my calculation. But now I'm realizing there's this move. So maybe it's not completely over, but maybe it is. Like white's gonna run out of checks. Or not. Yeah, maybe it requires accurate play. Oh, mate agent gave the solution. Solution is queen e7. So without rook d1. Rook d1? Wait, what? Something appears to be off. So queen e7 immediately. I don't know if I understand this line. h3. Okay, rook takes c3. Knight c3, queen c5, king h2. Yeah, this doesn't look like a feasible line to calculate. Okay, I don't fully understand. I'm curious where this like puzzle and position came from. This is probably the time where I check with the engine to see if that solution actually made sense. And also to see if this has merit as well. Because this seemed a bit more promising. Why is white's bishop bigger than the black bishop? I don't understand that question. Okay. There's a question, what elo you have? I'll go back to playing in a moment. But yeah, let's see this the solution according to Stockfish. So queen e7 is a winning move, but rook d1 is stronger. Yeah, I like the idea of forcing the king to f2 because then knight e4 comes with check. The book is Cognitive Chess. Yeah, there's some books that were written before the age of modern engines. I don't know anything about this book, but I've encountered other books where sometimes puzzles and solutions are just wrong because authors didn't have the luxury of checking with modern engines. But yeah, this I think this is a position where, like, if you see until queen e7, then it should be good enough. But sometimes it's not always about like having a problem with like one clear solution. Sometimes it's more about just making your brain work to think ahead, to visualize, to really consume the whole position. And I mean, to be honest, it's not something I train on a regular basis because I play a lot of Blitz, so I rely more on intuition and speed these days. But like for classical chess, this is like very important type of exercise to be able to do. So we can actually check further too as well. Top move is queen g3. I mean, everything's losing for white. We can look at queen h3. There's multiple wins. Rook h8 actually might be the simplest. Just pick the bishop up. Can I go back and check if each move was the best? So rook h3 is not the best, but it's like kind of a natural line to calculate. And knight f6 is actually a big blunder. Best is h6. Yeah, so definitely not a clean line. Anyway, should I go back to playing? I can go back to playing. I'm actually curious, like, how my form will be after, like, doing some heavy work and calculating. Yeah, thanks for sharing. It was a nice little detour in the content. Also appreciate the bits as well. Let's let's go back. There's a book that I used a lot in helping me get from FM to IM. It's called Imagination in Chess. Had a lot of difficult puzzles and exercises, kind of like this. But there were some like very glaring mistakes in that book as well. Sometimes it's just the nature of like older puzzle books. Okay, I'm cleaning up my chess.com tabs. Let's switch the scene here. And I'm getting a little bit tired. Oh, playing chess knock. Okay, let's get revenge. We have a London. There's queen c2. Yeah, this is Minlei's line.
Happy 14, Eric.
It's still opening prep. Happy 14, Darby Jean. Okay. c4, I guess, makes sense. Do I have bishop f5 here? Bishop f5. I guess there's not quite. g6. I want to play bishop f5. Oh, but there's e4 coming. Okay, let's take. And now bishop f5. Yeah, this is looking nice. Just quick moves, apply pressure. I'm not winning anything, but some nice bishops. Should probably just take this thing. Use the e-file. I do feel like a boost of board vision after doing like an intense calculation exercise. Like something about slowing down, internalizing the board, just seeing the geometry, I think helps a bit with overall form. Take, okay, bishop c2's coming. Take. Oh, there's a beautiful line. I don't know if it works though. I think I'm going to do it. It's a psac. Calculation is... Okay, assuming white takes knight f3, queen d3, and there's no bishop c2. I didn't calculate this though. But then I take and play this, winning back material. The goal is to put white in some like weird zugzwang. It might be queen c3. I'm threatening this. I think queen c3 might be forced. Wow. Okay, now I think I'm just winning. Oh, let's be careful. Almost blundered the fork. I'm hitting the knight and bishop. I'm doing well on time too. Queen is almost trapped. It's in c bishop c2. Everything's under control now. Okay. That was nice. Yeah, I took some risk with the psac. Can someone help me explain this Twitch chat message? Why is it highlighted with a cool, like, glowing gradient? I'm working on a microwave that has stockfish built in. During a tournament, you can take a break, heat up your food, enter the moves into the microwave buttons, and it'll calculate while it heats up your food. Okay. Sounds energy efficient. Maybe slightly illegal for some tournament fair play measures. Oh, it's some bits effect. Interesting. Okay. I've just never seen that before. Okay. Let's keep going. I'm getting kind of tired. I just want to hit 2800. If I keep winning, I keep playing. Yeah, this was supposed to be a speed run to 2900, but I've hit a small roadblock. There's a question, do you use the computer a lot to review games? Yeah, these days, especially online games, it's like the easiest way to quickly check like what the blunders were, what the improvements are. I also use the engine a lot for opening analysis and preparation. Like these days, it's kind of necessary for top level players to like be constantly analyzing with the engine to find new ideas, improve in the opening. D4. Wow. Yeah, this is new. Actually, kind of wondering if I can just take and take. I guess there's queen takes, but then bishop d7. Okay, this looks solid. I should play queen b6 first. There's queen e1. Okay, d5. There's bishop f4. Huh. So I guess I want to play this. Wow. Opponent's being super aggressive. Knight g4. Not sure about this. Queen f3, bishop e6. Take, bishop f4. Knight e5, I guess. This is probably okay. b2's hanging. Bishop c1's probably coming. Okay. Threatening this now, maybe. I miss that. To take. What to do, what to do. I missed queen g1. Oh, but then I mate. That's fortunate. Oh, no. Completely collapsed there. Mm. Had a really nice looking position around here. I played bishop e5, just blundering the pawn. I saw the double attack, I just didn't see the pin. Good game. Yeah, there's no like obvious knockout blow. I mean, e2 should be played, but it still takes work. Like controls e1. Okay. A few more games. Playing Kostya. I'm playing the Europeans who are just waking up. How's it going, Axer Typo? Good morning. Okay, so if e6 knight d4 is a key idea. Oh, just got done commentating. Oh, wow. For a New Zealand tournament. Nice. Huh. Slightly confused here. Take. I should have thought ahead. Take. I mean, d5's hanging. Take. Okay, I see a line. Here, I take and hit the bishop. I think everything's okay. Oh, wow. Take. Okay. So what's material? Material's still equal. I prevent queen a5. Hmm. A double attack of the pawns. And this looks pretty good. I won't be castling this game. Both rooks have moved. You'll probably C3. That's weird pawn construction. That's a good move too. Move takes. What's happening? I have no idea what's happening. Take. I just take on D5 there. A mobile pawn. Very complicated though. The rook has a hard time joining. Rook H4. I just want to trade queens. Maybe Queen H5. And Queen E4. But then take. Okay. Ooh. Just push. Push him, baby. My pawns are very fast. Okay. GG. I see an interesting comment in Twitch chat. I kind of want to bring this up. Sorry if it's cut off. I'll just read it. A while back, I did some research on the origins of the Stafford Gambit name. The Stafford Gambit name. The July 1950 edition, page 223 of Chess Review magazine, has a game between Irving Lowens, who's on Wikipedia, and R.H. Stafford. I tried to find full name of R.H. Stafford, but haven't found it yet. The R.H. Stafford Library in Minnesota is named after a man born in 1930. That's the closest I could find. Yeah, Stafford is probably a common name. That's interesting though. I've not done the same historical research. Might have to hit up the libraries. I am aware of like the one game that's in the database from Stafford. Features a nice Stafford Gambit trap. Okay, let's keep going. Let's get to 2800. I'm 12 points away. There's a question. Do you like coffee? As I sip my tea. I do like coffee though. I went to a really good Vietnamese restaurant earlier. I had Vietnamese coffee. Just like dark roast with condensed milk. It was strong and sweet. It was pretty good. Playing Gryffindor Gambit. Alright, let's play Sicilian. And play this one. I played Nerditsky. I wasn't streaming yesterday, but he was, and we played a small match. I think we had one game in this line. Yeah, we definitely had one game in this line. He beat me, was it 4-1? We're actually still following that game. I also played this line in the first round of the World Rapid Championship against Volokhitin. But Volokhitin played like a very quick c3, d4. It was a bit different. Yeah, queen d1. I think we're still following my game with Danya. I played this against Nepo too. Nepo had played, or I played bishop e7 against Nepo, allowing queen g4. It's a line that I've been getting more experience in recently. Like, especially against really strong GMs. Now against Danya, I think I messed up the line. I have to remember. Yeah, so it takes here, it takes here. Take. I think it takes here. But this also looks logical. Take. I think it takes here. And castle. Some deep theory. I might be misremembering. I had a very similar position against Danya yesterday. I'm doing well on time, at least. Eric, you need to stop telling me about good restaurants. Yeah, there's a lot of good restaurants in St. Louis. The Vietnamese place, it's probably the best Vietnamese in St. Louis. It's called... trying to remember the name. It's called Grand Bistro. They recently reopened. Okay, wait, let me focus here. 95. Queen e4. It's also this move. No. Look at this. I'm so conflicted. I don't know what to do. Bishop f6, 95, I guess. Then rook e8. So I hit the queen. There's a lot happening here. Wow. Knight a4. So if I take doesn't work. I take on b2. Seems insane, but maybe? Almost getting mated. The queen takes rook, I take and hit the rook. So both queens are hanging. This. Oh, there's queen f5. I take. Oh no. I have to go for this. Okay, it's still something. Hmm. Okay, a backward knight move. Saves the day. Oh, what just happened there? The backward knight move. I was getting ripped apart. It was like a a slightly annoying tornado or hurricane. I should really check the theory. This is one of the sharpest lines. Oh, it's not d takes e4, it's c takes d4. This is a line. I haven't looked at this in a while. Okay, now I know. How long are you going to stream for? Time will tell. How long have I been live? Over 3 hours. Can we look at the accuracy of that game? Okay, in the 70s. Could be worse. Oh, the goal is to get back to 2800. Oh, same opponent, same color? What? What is this deja vu? Well, now I know the opening improvement.
Happy Easter.
Oh, wait, we have a something else. Let's play this. Oh, oops. Take back. Where's the take back button? Okay, it's a new opening idea. The the reverse Lafong. Playing bishop h6 is black. Probably not the best idea, but maybe I can make it work. f5's coming. I mean, f5 is the only way to justify knight h6. Let's do it. I just accidentally invented a new opening. And it looks playable. I mean, this knight's still misplaced. If I take, and then take, and then knight f5 is coming. Maintaining my center pawns. I have 3 pawn islands of 2 pawns apiece. How do I develop my bishop? It's actually kind of annoying. Like rook b8 maybe. b5, bishop e7. b6. Bishop c4 is coming. Wow. I take. I have to watch out for like these queen checks. I think I have to play e6. I lose a pawn. There's nothing else to do. Maybe I can get some Anastasia's mate. Here, sack a queen, rook lift and mate. One can dream. Or maybe I'll just throw everything on the king side. But knight e4 is coming. So I guess queen h4. Actually, it looks like decent compensation. f2 is a target. Am I threatening something? Knight d4. It feels close. Knight e4 is coming. Should probably play h6, give my king a square. I do cover d6 with my knight. I want to play this ASAP. Almost have some beautiful tactic. I think I'm threatening 93 now. With the pork. Pin and fork. Ooh. Thank you, GM Aruntian. Appreciate the raid. If you're just joining, I'm in a little bit of trouble here. Hope you had a good stream. Oh, yeah, I'm really down on time. Push upon. It's stalemate. That's why you don't resign. I feel kinda dirty. I also feel bad for my opponent. Like that previous game, this game too. Like I gotta play it again. What to do? I was not even trying to stalemate. I was trying to dirty flag, but I guess stalemate is a more efficient approach. Save some time. Okay. I think we'll end it there. How about? I think we'll end it there. I lost some rating, but it's a happy endgame. I'm tired. I need rest. I probably need a shower after that one too. So, thanks again, everyone, tuning in. Really appreciate all the, especially the super generous support today. Big things to A1, who gave, I forget the exact number, 333.33, I think was the total sum. Also, thank you, GM Arutinian. Sorry for probably mispronouncing the name. I do appreciate the late raid there. Thank you, Chungus Nugget. First time Prime. What time is it in St. Louis? It's 1:16 a.m. It's bedtime. I'll probably be back tomorrow, or well, technically later today is officially Saturday for the titled arena on Lichess. Yeah, title arena starts in 12 hours and 43 minutes. That's how much time I have to sleep before probably the next stream. So stay tuned. I'll be back soon. Have a good night. And goodbye.